Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to go live at Francis Street.
It's 22 to 10 on ABC Gold Coast. Live at Francis Street, it's where we celebrate local musos and invite them into the studio to play for us and talk music. And this morning we're joined by Eleea. She's an award-winning musician who launched her career as a teenager and has gone on to travel the world with her music. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hello. I just need you to come in a little closer before you sing. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. It's kind of moving around. I might get Josie actually to pop your mic a little closer. If you could just pull it back, that'd be great. It is 21 to 10 on ABC Gold Coast, and we are with Eleea. You're going to play some music for us, but let's first talk about how you were so young when you first got into music.
I was very lucky to have a musical family. I grew up in Mullumbimby, just across the border near Byron Bay, and it is a very kind of alternative area, and I was lucky that my family is very musical, very creative, and I was always singing with my mum and creating something. So I wrote my first song when I was 4 years old. You know, it's not something noteworthy, but
4 years old,
not something I still sing. But
Okay.
I started getting into it very early, and I think songwriting just really took over it was my biggest passion, and it was kind of shaped the way that I interpreted everything. So it's been a great thing throughout my life since. And then I started performing mainly in early high school, and did my first paid gig when I was 15, and kind of took off from there, doing as much gigging and recording as I could.
Yeah, right. You love traveling. You're a huge traveler. Tell me about the travel collection.
Well, yeah, you're right. I am. I try and get away as much as possible. And basically, the travel collection was born. I'd done a lot of Asia, but in short trips. And then I did a big 4-month solo backpacking trip in 2017. And I'd been dying to go to Europe. I just could not wait to get there. And basically, I got home from this big trip, and it had been such an adventure because I'd been couch surfing with strangers, and I broke my foot halfway through it. And everything that could have happened. And it was so much fun. And it was such an amazing kind of eye-opening experience that I got home and I decided that I didn't want to waste those experiences, and I wanted to interpret them in a creative way. So the travel collection actually ended up being a fantastic songwriting tool where I basically set myself a challenge to write a song about every single country that I visited, if not every city that I visited. So on the first trip, I went to 22 countries, and then I ended up going back to Europe again the next year, and it was another 20 countries or so. So it was a fantastic way basically to write songs, but do it in more of an external way rather than it being so personal and kind of a bit of a drain to write music, because a lot of songwriters write from such a personal place.
Yes.
So it's been a really fun thing to do.
Yeah, fantastic.
And to share my stories is fun too.
Yeah, we're going to hear about this first track because this is about Vienna. It's a song that you're going to play from the collection. Tell us more about this story behind this one.
This one's kind of funny. Vienna is, in my opinion, a little bit of a boring city, although I do think that it's stunning and is so historically important. But it's just so clean and so pretty that it's kind of repetitive.
Like sterile almost.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I got there on this last Europe trip, and I was running late for a dinner, and I took Google Maps' advice as to how to get to this restaurant that I was going to. And as Google Maps does, it took me the way that's like 3 seconds shorter, but kind of through all the back streets. And I was really kind of lucky in that way that I actually saw some graffiti and some things that made Vienna like a city. So one of the pieces of graffiti I saw said something along the lines of, "We'll smash them down in the still of the night." And I was like, oh, that's so dramatic. I really like that. So I put that in my phone and went to dinner, and then everyone else went out partying, and I went back to the hostel and had the room to myself. So I started writing this song, and I actually just finished this song, and then it was really funny, but all the fire alarms started going off. So there could have been a Vienna part 2, but all the fire alarms started going off. We all had to evacuate. The hostel was on fire.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so I think this song is like the precursor to the most exciting night in Vienna that I've had.
Okay. Yeah, take some water. You're not feeling well, Shane. We appreciate you so much coming in,
thank you for
Eleea,
having me.
and still soldiering on to play live music. This is live at Francis Street, 17 to 10 on ABC Gold Coast. Eleea is now going to play Welcome, the Vienna song for us when you're ready.
Thank you.
Welcome to my head again. You're here way too often. I can't find the line between lovers and friends. I'm circling the topic, all this triangle's gotta end. So don't try to read my mind, 'cause I'm scared of what you'll find. I'm affecting your sleep, and we're in too deep, and you owe nothing to me, so why do you stay here? Oh no, why do you stay here? Oh no. What we have can't be denied. We built our hopes up 'cause the thought of like tides, but I'll smash them down in the still in the night. Oh, said don't try to read my mind, 'cause I'm scared of what you'll find. I'm affecting your sleep, and we're in too deep, and you owe nothing to me, so why do you stay here? Oh no, why do you stay here? Oh no. For someone so smart, you're a fool to want me. You live to regret that summer's day, and now I can't look at you square in the face and tell you my mind has been made. Seems all I'm good at is running away. I'm affecting your sleep, and we're in too deep, and you owe nothing to me. Oh, I'm affecting your sleep, and we're in too deep, and you owe nothing to me. Owe nothing to me. Oh, nothing to me. Oh, so why do you stay here? Oh no, why do you stay here? Oh no, why do you stay here?
Wow.
Thank
Just
you.
amazing. That is Eleea. She is my guest live at Francis Street. What a voice. Not feeling well. You'd never know that. I mean, you sound
Thanks.
sensational.
Embracing
That
the
is-
croak.
Yeah. Embracing the croak. No croaks at all there. That was just smooth and soulful as Welcome, the song she wrote in Vienna. You've won a lot of recognition, including the Queensland Music Awards, where you're a finalist in the Indigenous Artist section and a winner in the Soul Funk and R&B section. What's your ultimate dream? And I guess how have these awards helped you sort of be propelled towards that?
Well, definitely my dream is to be a touring artist and be able to just share this as much as I can with the world. I think that for me, the biggest high is just being able to connect with an audience and have them really feel my lyrics, because I put a lot of myself and my time and everything that I am into those, especially the words actually, and then the delivery as well. So just having people just gain something. I tend to write a lot of sad songs, and I think that the best thing you can do as an artist is take something that might have been like negative or difficult, or even if it's a story you've read from or heard from somebody else, even if it's not your own story. And then you can turn it into something beautiful that other people can actually gain something positive from because they don't feel alone or they can learn a different perspective or whatever. So I think that that's probably the biggest thing for me, is just being able to connect with people and travel with my music. Yeah.
You've mentioned traveling more than once. It is a huge passion of yours.
Yeah.
When you're on the road, how does that songwriting process work? And I guess what tools do you have available to you when you actually are out and about?
On the shorter trips, I tend to not take my guitar because it is a little bit difficult to travel with, and I just take, my phone and my notebook and stuff. So I'm always writing melodies, and even on the way home from, I was just recently in Asia. I went to Tokyo, Taiwan, and Cambodia for a month, and even on the way home on the plane, I wrote like 7 songs just in my notebook. So, I'm always writing, but when I went to Europe, I actually took a busking setup with me. So I have this little tiny electric travel guitar, and I took a little busking amp and stuff. So my first trip, I kind of busked a lot. And I didn't actually write too much on the road. I tended to write more of the travel collection when I got home. But on the second trip to Europe, which was another 3.5 months, I actually wrote a lot while I was on the road, and that was really cool. And I did a gig over there and stuff, but mainly it was writing. So it was quite a different experience writing in retrospect and writing while I was actually traveling. You can really see the evolution of what I learned on the trip and how my experiences were kind of shaping me.
Let's talk more about your music and related to travel. You're going to play for us a song called Wasted Time. What's the backstory behind this track?
This one is inspired by Slovakia, and it's a bit of an obscure country. And to be honest, I've actually been through Slovakia twice, hence why I had to write about it. But the only knowledge I have of it is just stopping at the bus station, getting off, buying a kebab, and getting back on the bus to go to Slovenia, which is my favorite country. So I had this whole idea of passing through when I think of Slovakia, and basically that's how these songs were sparked from. It wasn't necessarily about, like Paris, Eiffel Tower. Like, it was just about kind of the feeling I had or something that I connected with that place. And then usually the songs ended up being completely different. So this song kind of ended up being like an angry love song about when you know that you're kind of impermanent.
Okay, this is Eleea. She is my guest live at Francis Street, playing her song Wasted Time, inspired by her travels in Slovakia.
Thank you.
I'm losing wasted time loving you, 'cause in your mind I'm just passing through. My wheels barely stop turning in this place that I've been warned. Wouldn't take long to have me before you considered me gone. Not clear what I'm doing here. I'm losing wasted time loving you, 'cause in your mind I'm just passing through. It seems just fine, all these things you do. Your mind, I'm just passing through. I'm sure there's so many highlights and facets to love about you, but you only call the twilight what I'm doing here. I'm losing wasted time loving you, 'cause in your mind I'm just passing through. You seem just fine with these things you do, 'cause in your mind I'm just passing. Oh, I come and I go, goddamn Rolling Stone, and I never let anyone catch me. When you came around, oh, I poured my heart out. Funny thing is, I thought you'd be a match for me. Well, I take what is mine, oh, I take the high road. When you call, I won't be found. From this day forward, I'm moving on. You'll never catch me in this town. No.
Wow.
They're a bit different.
Huge
eh?
song, very different. The power in your voice. Eleea is my guest live at Francis Street, singing a song Wasted Time, inspired by her travels in Slovakia. Wow. Hey, you've done so well. Not feeling well.
Thank
Nobody would
you.
ever know it. You're playing tomorrow at the Little Mermaid in Mermaid Beach from
Yeah.
midday until 3 p.m. And a new single out from you, from your travel collection. It's coming out by September.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm in the recording process at the moment, and it's so exciting to be recording these songs and finally being able to share
Great.
them.
Hey, you'll have to come back and share more with us.
I would absolutely love to.
We're now going to play a song from your album Lion, which you won, actually won you that Queensland Music Award. So
Yeah.
should we take a listen to this?
Yeah, this one's funky.
Hey, thanks so much for coming by.
First I thought that you loved me, believe me on shadow side. so I fall in love without you. Hey, fool me once, fool me twice. Thought I would, but don't play nice. Since you made sacrifice, so I fall in love without you. Hey, I'm really in love with you now. Fall in love without you. Without you, without you. Said now I'm in love with you now. Fall in love without you.
Eleea with the song Without You. Hey, what a star. So excited that she came in for Live at Francis Street. Not feeling well, still managed to sound amazing. And you can catch her tomorrow at the Little Mermaid in Mermaid Beach from midday until 3 p.m. Great music from her.